It's Mike Farrell, Rivals.com at the Under Armour All-America game here in Orlando, Florida, with offensive lineman Landon Dickerson, who's already taken 2 official visits, Auburn and Florida State. Before I get into the rumors about Florida State being your leader, which is all over Twitter, as you know, let's talk about Auburn and Florida State. What did you like about those 2 visits?
Auburn was a great visit. It really kind of enlightened me on the engineering side of education. That was really what the visit was about. Also seeing them play was a big part of it, even though they did lose in the Iron Bowl. But it really, for me, it was wanting to learn more about the education part of the school.
Florida State.
Florida State, my first time down there. It was a great visit. Especially just getting up with Coach Trickett and Coach Fisher in person was just, a great experience and awesome game when they beat Miami. And, it was just overall great experience.
So you flipped your visits around a little bit. Georgia, before the coaching change, was going to be the 15th. Now it's Florida, followed by Alabama. What are you looking to learn about Florida and then Alabama?
Both these visits are really going to be the same. I haven't been to Florida before. I went to Alabama a few years ago for a camp. So it's just going to be really learning everything about each school and then, talking with coaches and, really seeing their plans and talking to all the coaching staff in person and seeing the campus and then talking to hopefully some, professors and education staff about, what they can do for me in the engineering.
So the last visit's going to be either Georgia or Tennessee. You're going to obviously pick one of those. Is the other one out, and who are you leaning towards for that visit right now?
Right now I'm leaning towards Tennessee. Georgia, new staff and everything. Tennessee, they've been in there for a long time. I really do like them. They've been doing great things these past few years, just growing as a team overall. Anybody can see that just by looking at their record. But, Tennessee is definitely a front runner for getting that last official visit. Georgia's been coming in strong, and they're trying to make up some ground here, so we'll see what happens with them.
Heading into these visits, as I mentioned, a lot of people think Florida State's the leader. Why would they think that? Is there any truth to it?
I really do like Coach Trickett. I think he's probably one of the best relationships I have with coaches. And I think that might be a big part of it is because, I probably call him more than any other coach. And, me and him just have really matching personalities. I think that's kind of why people might think that. I don't know if I'll put them as my front runner just because there's some other, variables there, especially distance with my family. And, that's one thing, we've talked about is distance. I think they've kind of gotten over that. But, it's just one of those things, I guess people, they always want to know more, so they just kind of assume.
What would be the easiest geographically?
Easiest geographically would probably be either Tennessee or Georgia.
And parents, obviously this is a family discussion. Do they have any leanings towards, a particular school?
They really don't, which has been, a blessing for me. They've been really relaxed and, where they want me to go, just giving me my own choice. And, it's been very straightforward with not having to deal with being biased somewhere.
Signing day decision?
Most likely.
All right, Landon Dickerson right now, no leader. A lot of people think it's Florida State, but no leader, and a lot of visits to come. Thanks very much.